Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers get a big defensive boost with a highly anticipated return. After months of anticipation, Los Angeles Lakers forward Jared Vanderbilt will make his long-awaited season debut. Vanderbilt is expected to see his first action Saturday against the Golden State Warriors. Vanderbilt has been recovering from off-season foot surgery and is finally healthy enough to return to action. The Lakers have felt Vanderbilt's absence, especially on the defensive end. Known for his versatility and ability to guard multiple positions, Vanderbilt is a crucial piece in fortifying the team's defense. Paired with newly acquired Dorian Finney-Smith and the emergence of Max Christie, Vanderbilt's return adds depth and balance to a roster that has struggled on the defensive end. While fans are eager to see Vanderbilt back on the court, it's important to manage expectations regarding his impact. According to reports from Lakers Nation, Vanderbilt's return will likely include a gradual ramp-up as he regains game fitness. The Lakers are currently sitting at 23-18 and 6th in the Western Conference standings. The team has struggled to find rhythm amid a rash of injuries and mounting pressure to improve. As they approach the NBA trade deadline, concerns are reportedly brewing within the organization. ESPN's Shams Charania recently noted growing frustration from LeBron James and Anthony Davis regarding the Lakers' ability to make impactful moves with their limited trade assets. Vanderbilt's season debut couldn't come at a more critical juncture. The Lakers are gearing up for a challenging stretch of games, including matchups against the Warriors, Hornets, and Sixers. His defensive versatility will be tested immediately, especially against teams boasting elite offensive threats. The timing of his return also adds intrigue to the Lakers' trade deadline discussions. Reports suggest that the team is exploring ways to bolster its roster, potentially involving additional moves to enhance their playoff push. However, with limited draft capital and tradable contracts, the Lakers' front office faces an uphill battle. Despite the trade rumors, Vanderbilt's presence is a boost for the Lakers' playoff aspirations. His ability to guard wings, protect the paint, and thrive in transition aligns perfectly with the Lakers' defensive philosophy. The trio of Vanderbilt, Finney-Smith, and Christie has the potential to be a highly formidable defensive unit. Vanderbilt's energy and hustle could also serve as a catalyst for the Lakers to solidify their position in the tightly contested Western Conference playoff race. As the Lakers look to regain momentum, all eyes will be on Jared Vanderbilt's season debut. While it's clear that the team has significant challenges ahead, the return of a key defensive piece is a step in the right direction. Whether this move is enough to quell concerns from the team's stars and fans remains to be seen, but for now, the Lakers can take solace in knowing they're one step closer to being whole again. LeBron and AD sound the alarm as Rob Pelinka continues to hold Lakers' first-round picks. Los Angeles Lakers superstars LeBron James and Anthony Davis are concerned about the franchise's ability to make trades to upgrade the roster, according to ESPN's Shams Charania. The Los Angeles Lakers, 23-18, are sitting in a perilous position, currently just a game ahead of the Dallas Mavericks for 6th in the West, and the guaranteed playoff spot that comes with it, Charania wrote. Their two cornerstones, the 40-year-old LeBron James and Anthony Davis, continue to perform at elite levels, both almost certain to make another All-Star Game appearance next month in San Francisco. But with the February 6 trade deadline a little more than 2 weeks away, league sources told ESPN that James and Davis are growing concerned about the Lakers' ability to make significant roster upgrades with their two tradable first-rounders. James, a 4-time champion, and Davis, a 1-time champ, have expressed that they want the franchise to make moves to contend for a championship, with the co-stars believing the Lakers are potentially a piece or two away, sources said. The Lakers have made the playoffs in each of the last 2 seasons, but they needed to go through the league's play-in tournament to get there. Los Angeles made the Western Conference Finals in the 2022-23 season as the number 7 seed in the conference before losing to the Denver Nuggets. Then, last season, it was knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, once again as the number 7 seed, by Denver. The Lakers did make a small move earlier this season, trading away guard D'Angelo Russell to the Brooklyn Nets in a deal that brought guard Shake Milton and 3-and-D wing Dorian Finney-Smith back to Los Angeles. While Finney-Smith gives the Lakers another proven perimeter defender that can knock down the three, it may not be enough to get the team back to the NBA Finals. Los Angeles last made the championship series in the 2019-20 season when it defeated the Miami Heat in 6 games. With James turning 40 last month, the Lakers likely don't have much time left where the future Hall of Famer is still playing at an elite level. James has appeared in 38 games already this season and is averaging 23.7 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 9.0 assists per game while shooting 51.3% from the field and 39.8% from three-point range. It's understandable that the 4-time champion would want the franchise to make a push to win a title this season, as it's unclear how much longer he'll have in his NBA career to compete for a championship. Davis, 31, has also had a solid season, and he may feel that the Lakers' best chance to win a title will come with James still on the roster. The 9-time All-Star is averaging 25.7 points, 11.9 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2.2 blocks per game this season. The Lakers don't have much time before the league's February 6 trade deadline to make a move that will push this current roster over the top in the West. Jeanie Buss responds to familiar Netflix comedy Running Point. A new comedy on Netflix caught the attention of Jeanie Buss, the president and controlling owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, for obvious reasons. The show, titled Running Point and starring Kate Hudson, was announced on Tuesday. The actress plays the main role in a storyline that's reminiscent of Buss' tenure with the Lakers. According to Netflix's description, when Hudson's brother is forced to resign as president of the fictional Los Angeles Waves, she replaces him. Now that she's stepping up into the family business, she's going to have to prove to her skeptical brothers, the board, and the larger sports community that she was the right choice for the job, Netflix adds. Over the course of the series, she sets out to do just that, especially in the unpredictable, male-dominated world of sports. Jeanie fired her brother Jim, who served as executive vice president of basketball operations, and general manager Mitch Kupchak while naming Lakers legend Magic Johnson as president of basketball operations. She became Lakers governor when her father and longtime owner Dr. Jerry Buss died in 2013. The news of the Netflix show caught the attention of Buss, who posted about its familiarity on X. The image used to promote the show is similar to the cover of a book Jeanie authored in 2010 called Laker Girl. It was re-released in 2013 with a different cover, which Jeanie alluded to in a separate post. The Lakers president is credited as an executive producer for one episode of the show, according to IMDb. Linda Rambis, manager of special projects for the Lakers and wife to Lakers senior basketball advisor Kurt Rambis, is also listed as an executive producer for an episode. One of the Waves players is Marcus Winfield, who in Netflix's announcement of the series is described as a once-in-a-generation talent with 2 championship rings, 2 Olympic gold medals, and 12 All-Star game visits, similar to Lakers forward LeBron James. Lakers' Jared Vanderbilt expected back Saturday versus Warriors. After being sidelined for nearly a year, Jared Vanderbilt's return to the court has gone from imminent to fast approaching. The Lakers forward is expected to be available for Saturday's road game against the Golden State Warriors, which kicks off the team's annual Grammy trip. "It feels good," Vanderbilt said after Wednesday's practice. "I mean, it's been a long journey, tough process, but I'm excited just to be in the position I'm in right now." Coach J.J. Redick said there weren't any guarantees that Vanderbilt would play on Saturday, but he said the 6'8" forward would be available barring any setbacks. After Thursday's home matchup against the Boston Celtics, the Lakers will play 5 consecutive games outside of Southern California from Saturday through February 1st before playing a road game against the Clippers on February 4th at Intuit Dome. Vanderbilt had surgery on his feet in May and hasn't played since suffering a sprained right midfoot injury in the Lakers' road win against the Boston Celtics last February 1st. Vanderbilt, 25, was finding his rhythm on the court before being sidelined with the injury. He averaged 10.5 points, 5.4 rebounds, 2.3 steals and 1.8 assists in his 8 games, 22.8 minutes, before suffering the foot injury. It was tough, Vanderbilt said when asked whether he had an idea he would be sidelined for nearly a calendar year. I feel like I just found my rhythm at that time and was playing some of my best basketball. So it was tough at the time. Obviously, we elected to not go the route of getting it repaired. And then I did. So once you factor those in, then I kind of realized the timetable that it would kind of be so. Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka said on September 25 that Vanderbilt also had a lingering bone spur in his left foot, leading to the defensive-minded forward having procedures on both feet. Pelinka originally said the team was optimistic that Vanderbilt would be available for the team's season opener against the Minnesota Timberwolves on October 22, but that didn't come to fruition. I wouldn't say it was hiccups, it was just part of the process, Vanderbilt said. We had a plan in place, and it wasn't more timetable-based, it was more so about measurement-based. Like, what can I do if I pass this, and we kind of keep progressing. So honestly, I wouldn't say it was a hiccup. It wasn't really as much of a timetable. It was just what I could do and keep advancing and progressing. The team said on December 3 that his return was being targeted for early January, releasing a medical update at the time saying that Vanderbilt developed an effusion, swelling caused by fluid, in his left knee during his return-to-play process, altering the course of his progression. I mean, it was normal, Vanderbilt said of the swelling. When you haven't played in a while, I think when you just normal ramping up activities, to me it wasn't nothing crazy, to them as well. It was just, when you haven't run in a certain amount of months and started running a little bit, we were increasing intensity and conditioning and stuff like that, so it wasn't really much. Vanderbilt participated in the non-contact parts of practice on December 30 and has practiced with the organization's G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers, as part of his return-to-play process. Reddick said Vanderbilt participated in the non-contact portions of Wednesday's practice before playing a stay-ready game for the final portions of practice, which involved 4-on-4 full-court activity with players and then a 5-on-5 full-court period with coaches part of that game. It was great, just to be back in my habitat of being able to run up and down the court, fly around and be me, Vanderbilt said. I had been working out a lot, so it was great to finally match up against other NBA guys or even, in some cases, South Bay guys. So it was great. Vanderbilt is in the first season of a 4-year, $48 million contract extension he signed with the Lakers in September 2023, but has only appeared in 30 games of 130 games, regular season, in-season tournament, play-in and playoffs, since signing the extension. Sources: Lakers stuck waiting for Jared Vanderbilt before resuming trade search. Cough if you've heard this before, but the Los Angeles Lakers are waiting for a player to come back from injury to evaluate their team. This time, it's Jared Vanderbilt, and according to sources around the league, it stalled out their efforts to improve the roster. Vanderbilt joins a long line of Lakers whose return from injury was supposed to turn around a season. Trevor Ariza, Kendrick Nunn, Talon Horton-Tucker, Gabe Vincent, Christian Wood and perhaps some others make up this infamous list of role players whose health the season apparently hinged on. After trading for Dorian Finney-Smith, there was initial optimism that Vanderbilt would return relatively soon. He has made a couple of trips down to the South Bay Lakers for some extra practice time, but continued ambiguity on that front has left the front office stuck in neutral since the Finney-Smith trade. In their conversations with the Lakers, executives around the league have been met mostly with the front office staring at a fork in the road. It's felt that way for years, too. With some familiar tones coming from the front office, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are concerned, according to ESPN. James also has started his seemingly annual tradition of public comments questioning roster makeup. First, when asked if there was a way to increase their margin for error internally, without a personnel move, James was blunt. "No, that's how our team is constructed. We don't have much room for error," James told reporters after the latest drubbing at the hands of the Los Angeles Clippers. "We don't have a choice, that's the way our team is constructed. We have to. We have to play close to perfect basketball," he reiterated, when asked about the toll playing in such a situation takes mentally. Fortunately for James, Davis, and countless Lakers fans driven insane by this cycle, Vanderbilt has been cleared to return to the court Saturday against the Golden State Warriors. Thing is, it shouldn't take actually seeing Vanderbilt on the court to make decisions about the roster. Yes, having a decent data sample is ideal, but it doesn't always work out that way. If anything, the larger sample size on Vanderbilt seems to be that you can't rely on him staying healthy long enough for him to factor into personnel decisions. Operating as the lead decision maker for any entity requires a level of forward thinking and creativity utilizing the information one has, not the data they wish they could use. In this regard, according to several conversations with people around the league, the Lakers are severely lacking. Of the frustrations those who would hope to work with the Lakers on trades point out, Los Angeles's inability to think outside the box ranks near the top. "We all wish we had all our guys all the time and could make decisions off of that," a Western Conference executive told Clutch Points. "At some point, you're going to have to make a tough call without as much information as you'd like. Until they're willing to do that, they're stuck." With Vanderbilt returning Saturday, the Lakers will have just under 2 weeks to build a big enough data sample to make a decision. It's still going to take more time for Vanderbilt's start to look like himself. Optimistically, that might leave a couple games or so with which to make any decision at the deadline. So, in waiting for Vanderbilt to return to fully evaluate the roster, the Lakers have all but wasted more than half of the season. This is exactly how Los Angeles remains as mediocre as it has been since winning the 2019-20 championship, even with James extended his prime in ways we've never seen from a player his age. At the very least, with Vanderbilt coming back, one of the key excuses to stand pat is being removed from the list of options for a Lakers front office under fire for its rudderless approach to the last couple of seasons. With James and Davis now getting restless, too, the next couple of weeks are going to be yet another fascinating watch. NBA rumors: why Lakers could reunite with Lonzo Ball ahead of trade deadline. The NBA trade deadline puts pressure on several teams, including the Los Angeles Lakers. However, they could land Lonzo Ball during the deadline, according to Jovan Buha of The Athletic and Jason Timpf of Hoops Tonight. The news doesn't come as much of a surprise. After all, LeBron James and Anthony Davis put pressure on the Lakers ahead of the trade deadline. They've shown concerns in some areas, and one of those is not having a point guard. The team traded away D'Angelo Russell to the Brooklyn Nets and got back Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. While those players are quality, Los Angeles sent its lone point guard away. Even though Austin Reeves has taken on that role, the team still needs a true point guard. Enter Ball. He's a 6 feet 6 inches playmaking guard who can rebound well, defend, and knock down open shots. Although he's battled injuries for the past 3 seasons, he finally made his debut. He's shown once again how much of a weapon he is in transition. Both James and Davis could benefit greatly from that. Funny enough, James played with Ball during his rookie and sophomore season. He understands how much of an asset Ball would be. One area that Los Angeles lacks is the pace of play. They're 22nd in the league in pace. While it's not too concerning, it stalls out the offense from time to time. Also, relying on James to lead the fast break isn't the most ideal thing to do, considering his age. However, this is where the Bulls' point guard comes in. He has a history of pushing the pace in transition. With being 6 feet 6 inches, he's able to get rebounds and immediately start a fast break, similar to Denver Nuggets point guard Russell Westbrook. His current statistics don't do him justice, but the Lakers won't need him to be a superstar. They would want him to set the table and let the superstars eat. After all, Ball's highest assist per game average came in his rookie season, starting and playing alongside James. On the flip side, the Bulls are in a bit of a limbo. They're on the cusp of being a playoff team, yet a lottery team. Rumors have flown out about Ball being traded since his return. With players like Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, and Ball, it makes it enticing to keep them and see what will happen. At the end of the day, if Ball gets traded, the Lakers will be winners, and it might start a domino effect of trades for Chicago. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Lonzo Ball? Leave your opinion in the comments.